Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend. And you know, I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess centered lifestyle. And I am here today to talk about the full moon in Capricorn 2024 because all of the full moons have a different message each and every year. And so we want to look at what does this beautiful, beautiful moon in Capricorn, this beautiful sign, what does it mean for us? I am all about using ancient wisdom to support our lives. Why should we just be out there free floating, kind of like, oh, life is just happening to me? I remember when I felt that way. We got ancient wisdom on our side. We have astrology. I'm also going to do an oracle reading. So, yes, welcome. How are you all doing? I think here lately, typically, I have not been on camera. So Hi. I guess I got on camera once. I remember last week. But anywho, I hope everyone is well. If you are new here, welcome. My name again is Tyra Omilade. I'm a spiritual guide and coach. And I'm one of my gifts, my chief gift is divination. And one of my favorite forms of divination is astrology. So welcome, welcome, welcome to my world of astrology and all things goddess. It's all about women's empowerment here. Speaking of women who are powerful, how is the G Hive? How are you? I miss you all. We'll be connecting. Everyone who's commenting, it makes me feel so happy. And, I'm a connector. I like being connected to community. So whenever I see your comments, it makes me so happy. G Hive stands for Goddess Hive. So hello, G Hive. How are you? And if you're new here, you're officially a part of the G Hive. Okay, so I actually am not going to be on screen the entire time because it helps me to conserve my energy. But I do want to just go on ahead and bring up my little presentation that I created for you all. So happy solstice, happy Cancer season. Welcome to the season of all things Cancer. So, yeah, just so excited about both of those. And so, yeah, today, just all the festivities. We're going to continue the festivities. We have a full moon in Capricorn right away. All righty. It's going to be at 9:08. Oh, I forgot to put in there PM Eastern time at 1 degree of Capricorn. So, we're going to talk about what that means. And I sent this out in my newsletter, and it is the summer solstice tune up reading. Yes, get your summer solstice tune up reading. It's 199, and you'll get 60 minutes on with me. We'll have a 1 hour session, and I'll share whatever it is that I see in your chart, as well as an oracle reading to help you finish 2024 strong. So I think the last time I brought out this reading was about 2 years ago. It's very rare that I bring this out, but, I would love to do a reading for you all. This is available June 20th through 30th. The information is in my description box. So again, who am I? I am Tyra Omilade Hargrove, priestess, spiritual. Oh, I misspelled priestess. Excuse me. Pardon the typos if you see any. I type everything. I do everything. It's priestess, spiritual coach, spiritual guide, astrologer. It's all about helping women step into our power. We want to heal. We want to evolve. And we want to succeed. And that's what this moon is about today. So I'm going to go on ahead and go off camera here. So, what is the meaning of the full moon? Let's just go on ahead and talk about that because there's part of the way we align ourselves with our feminine energy. And being aligned with our feminine energy means that it's going to help to keep us in balance. And that is, we follow the wisdom of the moon. And so, one of the things that's very important, which would kind of go against what we're taught, is to celebrate yourself. We're kind of taught, be humble. There's a place for humility. I am all about being humble. And there's a place, a time and a place for celebration. And I'm going to tell you why. Capricorn is a sign that is connected to success. It's material success, it's success in career. It is all about success. And success stems from the subconscious mind. And the way we get our subconscious mind to understand that we want success and we are comfortable with success is we celebrate our success. We celebrate our wins, okay? So we want to take this time to really look at what have we achieved. Now I want to just back you up to January, I think it was. Hold on one second. I mentioned this the other day and I couldn't remember when was that Capricorn new moon, and I didn't look it up before I got on, but I just have to do it now. That was January the 11th. Okay, just what I thought. You want to go back to January and you want to think about what have you achieved since January. And you want to maybe write it down and really celebrate it. We'll get to that in just a moment. You also want to look at what's ending. Is a cycle or is something in your life, doesn't matter what area of life, but is there something that needs an ending that maybe this moon is speaking to? It could be it's ending. You're like, I did it, I accomplished it, that kind of thing. Or it could be something you really haven't decided to let go of consciously, but you feel the pull to let go of it. So, endings is definitely one of the themes of the full moon, along with culminations. The full moon is also about revelations. I believe in tapping into the wisdom of the universe. And so every full moon has a revelation that can come to you. So open yourself up to see what is being revealed. Sometimes it's something that was always there and you just couldn't see it. And sometimes it's just like, wow, like all of a sudden this thing just kind of appears, right? So open yourself up for revelations. If you are seeking wisdom, then you can even put it out to the full moon. Hey, can you bring me some wisdom about this particular topic that I want some wisdom on? The full moon is actually a little bit of a stressful moon because it has this push and pull energy, and this moon really does have that. And so there's something that we kind of feel like think about a scale and you're kind of like, okay, on one hand it's this, but then on the other hand it's that. So when it's one hand, that one hand is up higher than the other one. And then when you lift the other one up, but on the other hand, that hand is up higher. So it's like this need for balance in some kind of way. So, and a lot of times it's kind of like you considering you in your position versus others. In this particular case, it could be something like you versus your home life versus career. It could be out of balance, or there's a push and a pull. Like home is pulling you so much that you might be neglecting work, or it's the opposite. Career has you so caught up that you're neglecting home. Okay, because the Capricorn full moon is on what is called the Cancer Capricorn axis, and that has to do with home and family on the one hand, and then career on the other. Okay. It could be too sort of like this push and pull, like people know you for one thing, but you want to be known for something else. Like it's time for you to be known for something new, but you're struggling with really embracing or getting people to accept you for this new version of yourself. So we also want to be looking at what's in balance, what's out of balance. All right. So here's some key words that we want to think about for Capricorn. These are topics that could be coming up. Now, success is one that is tantamount to this full moon. Success, success, success. So, what about success is coming up for you? What is the lesson? What is this moon? What wisdom is the moon bringing to you regarding success? Capricorn is also about following the rules and following a plan. So, one thing I will say is we have uh, Saturn, which is the planet that rules Capricorn, is in Pisces. I'm a Pisces. I love Pisces, but Pisces is messy. It's a very messy sign. I'm not saying people who are Pisces are messy, But the sign of Pisces, messy, okay? No structure here, there, everywhere, okay? And so Saturn is there like, "Hey, you need a plan. You need a plan." All right? So this is like really being emphasized with have a plan. Another one would be boundaries. I have that listed some other place, but boundaries. In a way, that's the rules. What boundaries are you living according to that's helping you with success? But, sometimes boundaries are limits because Capricorn is a limiting sign. It's kind of like you only are going to get credit for what you've done. I'm not giving you 1 ounce extra. It's just that's why it's called a conservative sign. It's like you only get your fair portion. That's it. No more, no less. And, you just get what you deserve. And it's based on what you did. Okay. So it's like this sign that can kind of be a little bit limiting. So we want to be looking at, do we have any rules of living? Like, what are your rules for living? What are your rules around success? What are your rules around career, around relationships? And are these rules empowering you or are they keeping you small and limited? But Capricorn is a sign that's about doing the tried and true path. It is a very traditional sign. So, everything about this sign is like, hey, we're going to take action. You're going to have to do the work. There are no shortcuts. Don't be bringing me no gimmicks. I don't want no gimmicks. Tired of gimmicks. All this microwave living, done. Not doing it here in Capricorn world. So, it's a very sobering, get real kind of energy. That's the kind of thing that will come to you. But Capricorn is a sign of mastery. And so when you follow this tried and true path, it's like you do things over and over and over. And eventually you become so masterful at it. Nobody can take it away. What you've earned, you get to keep. And that's one of the reasons why, it's a sign that has to do with hard work. So some topics could be coming up around that. Discipline is another one, endurance, patience. These are the qualities that make for success no matter what people try to portray on social media. The truth of humans, yeah, we can manifest a lot, but it's going to take elbow grease. It's gonna take patience. It's gonna take, I do this no matter what to get the success that you want. Do you want success in your health and wellness? Do you want success in your relationships, be it love or interpersonal relationships? Do you want success at whatever it is that you want to do around place of living? Patience, endurance, discipline, hard work. Period, full stop, it will get you there, okay? Um, it's the energy of cycles. So, I mentioned some people may be coming to terms with, "Oh my gosh, I need to finish something up. I need to end something." Capricorn is a sign of endings, in terms of like one of my astrology teachers said, "All souls, doesn't matter what your sign is, all souls come through into the physical realm, Capricorn, and they exit, excuse me, Cancer. They come through Cancer, and they exit out of Capricorn." Okay, so there's something about where are you in the cycle, and is there something around endings? Could be completions. Okay, where are you in the cycle of whatever you're doing? And, what is it that you need to be doing? That is something this moon can help you get that clarity around. It is the sign of elders. And so for some of us, we may be hearing from our elders. Quite frankly, some of us may be saying goodbye to some of our elders with this moon. Um, I will say if you want to really connect with that elder energy, this would be a good moon for that. It is a tenacious energy. So you could really infuse all of these qualities in you, being tenacious. It's conservative and resourceful. Part of the reason it's resourceful is because it's like, I don't just use all my stuff up. If I get something, I'm going to take my time, I'm going to figure out like, how much do I need? I don't need all of it right now. Like Taurus is going to be like, hey, I eat what I want, when I want, however much I want, baby. It's about pleasure and living the good life. Capricorn is like, baby, we saving for a rainy day, even if that rainy day never comes. Capricorn is going to save that money or save those resources. That's why Capricorn always got it. All right. So, but I will say it's kind of like, where do you need to be more conservative in your life? Where you just, you just maybe spending too much money, eating too much food, being on social media too much. Maybe this moon is asking you to rein it in, like be more mindful of your time and, be mindful of what you're eating, be mindful of, just everything, how you're spending your money. And that will make you more resourceful in other ways. Okay. Again, it's the energy of the old wise person. And so there's a lot of wisdom that can come through. But again, it will be uh get real kind of energy. It's the energy of ambition. Capricorn is a very ambitious sign. If you know Capricorns, for the most part, maybe not all, but for the most part, Capricorns they want to be the best. They are people of excellence. Again, prudent. It is it's kind of like the energy when I think about patriarchy. A woman must be modest. Don't show too much. Capricorns, maybe not all, but a lot of Capricorns, they're not trying to show too much of their body. They would be very conservative in their dress. Now, I mean, all Capricorns, most Capricorns I know got a little bit of a wild side. All right. We all do. We all have an inner wild woman. um, but there is something about, and maybe that's kind of like when we think about corporate America, like there's this certain way, because Capricorn is the energy of corporate America. So there's like this certain way that people want to present themselves, right? So it's not bad, but it is one of the signs. So, or it could be something that's coming up. Do you need to be prudent? And sometimes being prudent is like, I need to be prudent with my time. And it's like, I need to really be cautious and, careful and pinch off what I'm doing, prudent with whatever. Constant. Oh my gosh. Yes. Now I will say Capricorn, just like Cancer, these are what are called cardinal signs. So they're gonna get it going, baby. They're like, hey, if the rest of y'all sitting around here not doing nothing, we finna get up and get moving. I'ma do it. Like if I need to take up leadership and do that, Imma do it. This is boss energy. That could be something that's coming to some of y'all. Like, I'm ready to step into leadership. I'm ready to take my leadership up higher. It is a take charge, let's go, I ain't playing kind of energy. Very, very, it's initiatory energy. It's the sign that kicks off winter, new beginnings, right? But the one quality that I love about Capricorn is because it's an earth sign, it is constant. Capricorns are gonna hang in there with you. Capricorns are the ones that show up where it's like, did nobody else show up but me to help, well, it would be all the other Capricorns. I'll say the other Capricorns and Virgos. They're gonna be there when nobody else shows up. Maybe Scorpio. Scorpios is kind of like, hey, if I said I was gonna do it, I'm all in. But they are constant. And maybe that's what you need to bring into your life. Where are you not being constant, Or give yourself an atta girl for being constant. Okay. So, what I want you to do is right now, take a moment. You can just pause the video and write down 5 to 10 accomplishments that you have achieved. And the reason I say over the last 1 to 1.5 years is Well, we could do 6 months. We had a new moon in January, but maybe you do wanna go back a little bit further and go back into last year or so. And because maybe there's something you've really been working on for a very long time, and you wanna celebrate that because it's truly culminating at this time, and you're reaping the fruits from it. It could be something small, "Oh, I'm walking every day, 20 minutes." It could be something big. It could be something about spirituality. I would love to celebrate you. So please drop into the comments whatever you want us to celebrate. We'll all celebrate you. This is a community of women, so we'll all celebrate you. So, yeah, just go on ahead, pause the video, come back. But after you write down your items, go ahead and write down 5 to 10 accomplishments. And then I'll see you when you get back. Alrighty. So, just some things that I want you to consider with this moon. You can make this whole presentation a part of your full moon experience. If I say new moon tonight, I mean full moon. Sometimes I listen to me, I replay the recording that I made. I'm like, oh my God, I said the wrong word. The other day I said come across the Atlantic River. I'm like, what? In my mind, I said ocean. But yeah, I want you to make this a part of your full moon experience. Now, this full moon, nothing in astrology is one day. This full moon energy is definitely going to last, I would say. Why am I trying to guess? Let's just go look at when does the moon move into a new sign? Actually, it lasts for 2 weeks. It's going to last until we get to the new moon. Okay. Um, yeah, to the new moon. Let's see here. Full moon there, new moon is on the 5th of July. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's interesting. Anywho, the moon moves out of Capricorn on the 23rd, late on the 23rd. So, do your rituals easily through that time. I like working with the full moon energy for several days, right? Okay, so you want to write down where have you had success and mastery. You want to really see how has this been showing up in your life. Because again, for the subconscious mind, it gives it proof of, or it just kind of helps you to understand and trust yourself and how this is working for you. Have you been patient? And how has being patient paid off for you? Where are you not being patient? Could be another one, but you do need to be patient. So be sure to write about that. What do you need to be successful? What is it that needs to happen in order for you to step into a deeper level of success? And if you say, I don't know, I want to just ask your subconscious mind, if you did know, what would the answer be? What is it that you need to be successful? Write that down. Next question, what needs releasing in order for you to achieve the success that you desire? And what you can do is over this next 2 weeks until we get to that new moon, you can take time to release, do some releasing rituals. Maybe there's like energy work you can do. Maybe you can write something down that you need to release on a piece of paper, tear it up, burn it, tear it up, put it in the river, the ocean, tear it up, bury it, whatever feels good for you. Maybe you need to go get some deeper therapy or healing or something like that. Sometimes success doesn't come because something is in the subconscious mind that's not allowing it. Okay. So let's talk about this full moon. What can you expect with this full moon? Again, themes include success. So when I look at this moon, it's at 1 degree of Capricorn. And I'll describe it like this. When 1 degree means Capricorn, 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 it's like triple Capricorn energy. So everything that I talked about regarding Capricorn, Capricorn is um it's like that is the theme. That is the highlight of it. And these are the topics that are going to be coming up for you. Okay. And so, it's all about success. And I really do think that we want to be thinking about, um, to a certain degree, career. Now, we'll look at where Capricorn is for everybody and what it could mean. But Capricorn is about success and career. It's like, what are you known for? And, it's just an opportunity to really look at that. And so, yeah, deep, deep, deep into success. So we've already kind of talked about that a little bit. Um, this moon is is not super stressful, but it's a little stressful because I think it's also going to kind of highlight it's like what's going on that could stop us from getting to where we need to go. So again, it could be there's something emotional happening that is getting in the way of your success. And it could be something with the family. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's like, I don't feel like my family, supports me or something like that. It could be you feel like familial responsibilities are hindering your success. Um, It could be something around relationships coming up. I even think for some of us, there's something around um, ancestral, something with the ancestors. Could be something generational that is impeding your success. Now, this success is largely career, but just think about what is it that you want success in that you haven't been able to get success in. It could be financial. Um, let's see here. Let me look at the wheel. It could be something around your health and well-being. It could be something around relationships, mental health. Um, I even think for some people, it's kind of like your ancestors. The word hoarding came to me. There's something around the ancestors and you're hoarding stuff, and you just want to successfully clean everything out, right? So it's something with the ancestors that has created an issue and it's holding you down. It's kind of like there's this we're looking at what's anchoring us from being successful. And we have a lot of planets down here in Cancer, and Cancer has to do with ancestors. Um, Also, one of the things that I put on here is mindset. And so it could be we're kind of like, okay, what am I thinking? What is my mindset? Do I have an empowered mindset? Capricorn is about operating from your power. So, do I have an empowered mindset, or you know, is my mindset in some kind of way? My thoughts are my thoughts keeping me from getting to where I need to be. And let's see here, Venus, Mercury. Oh, another thing too that I want y'all to think about is with that Venus being opposite the moon. Again, definitely something around emotions, but it could be there needs to be a balance between manifesting and hard work. There's some of us that are kind of leaning towards the harder I work, the more success I'll get. And then there's some who, but then they're not really leaning into manifesting, the manifestation, like using the laws of the universe. And then there's some who might be doing all the manifestation work, but they're not taking any action. They're not working hard. It could be something coming up. It's like this moon is going to help us to just get, well, the word I've been using here lately for myself is retooled. We're going to retool. We're going to tinker. We're going to come up with a new plan. We're going to, redo, revise our plan maybe. And this moon is going to help us to do that. And then it's going to help us to have a sober mind about it. But again, there is an important it's very important to bring in the subconscious mind into this moon because that's where the ruling planet of this moon is. It's in the sign that has to do with the subconscious mind. And I'll tell you, Capricorn is a sign that has to do with blocks. I hear people talk about blocks all the time. For some reason, I'm blocked around A or B. And so this moon is a moon that can help you through working on the subconscious mind become, remove the block and replace it with what it is that you want. And a lot of this is, these thoughts and these beliefs that we have. Some of that's going to be coming up. You want success in whatever area of life, but what's in you that is blocking you from getting there? Okay. Now, another thing is, the structure and the planning, very, very important. Um, I think the relationships that will be the most prominent will be familial relationships. Um, yeah, familial relationships will be at the forefront of this moon. So a lot coming up around that. This moon is one where we may feel like, you know, I need to get rebirthed. We may notice that we're in that cycle. Um, Also, use this moon to figure out what actions do you need to take as well as to get active. This is not a moon that is like, hey, just chill out. It's definitely a moon that's more of like take action in order to get where you want to go. Do you want to make progress? Do you want to move forward? Then you need to take some action. And values might be coming up for you. Um, Venus is there. There's other things that are in this moon too that make me talk about values. And one of the reasons I bring up values is because what you value is what allows you to manifest, is what allows you to have success or not. Okay. So maybe you need to be looking at your values and where you spend your time and your money and where your thoughts are tells you a lot about what you value. And if that's not lining up with the ultimate outcome that you want, you can use this moon to help you retool your values. And literally, all you have to do is just disregard the values that are not working for you, take on the values that are working for you. Okay. Let's see here. What else do I want to tell you about this moon? Now, another one let me see here. Do I have anything else? Another thing that I'll say is this moon, Capricorn is a karmic sign. And with the ruling planet being in Pisces, it could be something karmic coming up for you. Maybe it starts with this moon. I know it's a full moon, but I've seen it start with the full moon. Um, or you're noticing it in this full moon, like, dang, karma. Karma's not necessarily bad or good. It's just definitely we tend to notice when karma's bad. It's like, "Oh gosh, I remember when I did this, it's coming back to bite me?" But yeah, this is definitely, but sometimes we need to settle up karma, right? Sometimes when things happen, I'm like, "I deserve that." And it just lets me know I'm repaying whatever it was that I did. It's just getting repaid. Wanna settle it up. But as much as people talk about Capricorn, I actually find that Capricorns, they are salt of the earth. They are the survivors. They've been around forever. They will do some really good stuff for people. Now, don't be asking them for a whole bunch of money, but when a Capricorn decides they're gonna help you, oh my God, they are going all out. So it's kind of like when we think about older generations, we're like, "Oh, they made of something different." They showing up when somebody passes and, bringing food to the family and just being pillars. This is the elder. This is Capricorn, the elder, just being the pillar of the community. Um, it kinda helps us it's beautiful, and so it might be that's how we're racking up karma, good karma, by getting out and doing something good for other people. Capricorns can pull it off like nobody else. I believe Capricorn is a very classy sign. It is just a very, mm, yeah, that's the word I have. It's a classy sign. They can be rash, they can be blunt AF, but it's just a sign where it's like the best of the best of the best. Okay, so what can you expect again? Endings and culminations regarding your success and what you are known for, such as your reputation. Again, planning, discipline on your way to your goals and success. What cycle needs completing? Um, Definitely one thing I would encourage you to do is to write this down and put it somewhere where you can remind yourself that success will come with balance. It's not about working ourselves to the bone, even though bones are represented. It's the negative expression of Capricorn, working yourself to the bone. Yeah, we're not doing that. So success comes with balance. That's something else that's really important. Um, what do you need to get real about? How are you doing with boundaries? How are you doing? How are you doing with boundaries? Where do you need boundaries? Are you honoring your boundaries? I know I just want to offer this. Here lately, the theme that has been coming up for me is from a book that I read called Fierce Self Compassion. I think that's the name of the book. I know that's the name of the concept. And it's like being a mama bear to make sure your boundaries are honored. And I was like, that's something that I really need to, that's something that part of myself is really calling for fierce self compassion. And because I'm a Pisces and boundaries can be a struggle for people like me. And there's a part of me that's just kind of like, hey, I'm gonna stay dysfunctional if you don't put in some boundaries. If you don't honor the boundaries, fierce mama bear, I'm gonna need you to step up and do that. So fierce self-compassion is about making sure that you enforce your boundaries so that you can take care of yourself and you can be healthy and well. The thing that we have to guard against with Capricorn is overworking, being workaholics. A lot of Capricorns are workaholics. Um, so we need those boundaries so that we can make sure we take care of ourselves because remember, success will come with balance. And where are you stuck? You can get some details about that, right? Stuck, blocked, that kind of thing. All righty. So this moon is perfect for leaders, people in government and corporate jobs. Maybe you're gonna really something will come through where you're like, yes, business owners, women leaders, people who work with the elderly, older people, some blessings upon our elders, just so many blessings raining down on the elders in our lives, human resources, payroll and accounting careers, business analysts. So this could be a very good time for people who are in Capricorn careers. And it's a pivotal moon for those who are Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, and Libra. It could feel very challenging for you, but you just want to use it to up level yourself. Okay. So we're going to go through the signs. And before we do that, I just want to remind you all I would love to do a reading for you. I love readings, it's my superpower. And one of the things I want to do is just look at what are the challenges and what are the opportunities for you for the rest of 2024 so that, all the success that we are looking for, whatever that means for you, we can check it off on our vision board or on our list that we wrote all of our New Year's intentions on. So, Yeah, details are in the description box. It is a live reading where we'll get onto Zoom for 60 minutes and I'll share what I have for you. So get your tune up reading. Okay, so let's just really quickly go through the signs. Okay, so I'll start off with Aries. Aries, this is happening in your 10th house. So I pretty much expect Aries to be letting me know some things that they have accomplished. Um, just I just think this could be a high time for you, Aries. Even though this could be a little bit of a stressful moon, I still believe that this moon is one where you will feel accomplished and you're very driven. And this is important for you to be driven and achieve. It's just the nature of Aries. So, for that, I'm excited for you, Aries. And also, what you're known for you will be really like, hey, for real people, this is what I want to be known for. Don't talk to me about nothing else. This is who I am. Or you'll just see it being highlighted, right? So, pivotal time for you, definitely some type of shift in the career. For women, this is also perhaps a change in your marital status. And also, one other thing, the 10th house is related to family. So it could be bringing up some topics, maybe around your parents, something like that, something around family. Okay, next is Taurus. Now, for the Tauruses, this is happening in the ninth house. So I expect Tauruses to tell me that they have achieved something, that you have manifested, excuse me, you've had some good luck. Good luck has come your way. And maybe it's not during the full moon. I mean, it could be some other time also. But this is one of the lucky houses. And yeah, I think for Tauruses, there's definitely something about world paradigm. Maybe there's a reframe, some forgiveness that needs to happen just to open up and expand your world. It is a area of life that has to do with um, what you believe. So it could be something about your belief system begins to transform. It might be, okay, in order for me to be successful, I need to do fill in the blank, Like for me, I'm a Taurus moon, so this it resonates. Here lately, I've just been like, wow, I don't think all these successful people are perfect. Don't get me wrong, but just like Kendrick Lamar is just really inspiring me. And, just looking at people who are successful and just kind of like, okay, I see what successful people do, or people who are successful, in their careers. Um, yeah, just kind of taking on their belief system or something like that. But anywho, yeah, it's inspiration. So it could be a time where you feel ultra inspired. And it's also about traveling abroad and experiencing other cultures, expanding your horizon. Could be about publishing a book or publicity. Also, this could help you, Taurus, with having more doing working with public relations in some kind of way. Okay. Next is Gemini. Oh, so for Gemini, this is your eighth house. So the eighth house, it could be emotional moon for you. I'm just being 100. The full moon is a moon that could be very emotional. So, Geminis, just don't panic. Because this eighth house is kind of like, it makes us really go deep, 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 deep into ourselves, deep into our wounds. We want to get to the root of a thing when we're dealing with the eighth house. So it could just be like you're getting real, you're going deep. And, maybe it's like getting real about relationships or getting real about like how you really have been thinking, or maybe like getting real with yourself that your mental health is really suffering and you need to do something about it. Could become verse. that you've been working on your mental health and you're doing well. Your relationships are doing so much better, right? But the eighth house is it's a hardcore house. It's challenging. It's about intimacy. So some of the Geminis may feel sexual during this time, or you really just want to connect and be with somebody, right? It's about intimacy and trust. So all those topics could be coming up in some regard for you. And it's a house that has to do with death, transformation, change. So, Capricorn is a little bit of a hardcore sign. So it might be like, get real. This is what you need to do to make changes. Now, I will say this house does have to do with money. It's one of the money houses, and it's money that comes from other people. So it could be some of the Geminis are like, hey, I got this grant, I got this fellowship, this scholarship. It is about, or there's like shared resources, like with a partner, your spouse or a business partner or something like that. Something around resources and money, shared resources. But it could be bringing up topics around taxes, debt, inheritance. So, you kind of have to figure out what really resonates for you. But yeah, let me see here. That you have the Sun, Mercury, and Venus down here. Yeah, it could be like you're like trying to balance. There's something around balancing. Oh, the other thing too is self-care is very important. You might be somebody who's kind of like, am I taking care of everybody else and not taking care of me? You might need to focus on that, Gemini. Okay, let's move on. Cancer. So that is happening over here in the seventh house. It's a pivotal house, which means this moon could be highlighting some new beginning, like an ending that's leading to a new beginning of some sort, You could definitely be somebody who is like something physically or, verifiably happen in a big way at this moon. And it's all about relationships, partnerships, one-to-one relationships. So, relationship topics will be heightened. Maybe you have a block that you've been dealing with um, in relationships. Maybe you've been doing too much for other people, and you're using this moon to kind of be like, "Hey, it can't be about everybody else. I'm gonna have to think about me too, right?" Um, it's about your relationship with just anything. I like to think about this as it could be my relationship with food, my relationship with money, like all the things that we think about, we have a relationship with. It could be bringing that up for some reason, right? It could be bringing up topics around contracts, legal affairs for Cancerians. So just know that might be something. But think about this, you have contracted with yourself in a lot of ways, like your relationships, that's a contract. Or, I talked about what rules are you living according to? It's all a contract and you can change that contract. Okay. And it's also about balance. You will definitely be one of the signs that's really looking at what's in balance, what's out of balance, and maybe what needs to be refined. Maybe success will come to you once you start getting to the point where you're refining a thing. Next is Leo. Leo, this is for you, the sixth house. So the sixth house is actually a little bit of a challenging house because it's a house where we want to look at our problems. So it could really be bringing up topics around problems. Maybe you solve the problem, but maybe it's kind of like, hey, you got a problem. Let's get real. Um, Now, this is one of the houses that I do relate to career work. So it could be something manifesting. Like if you've been looking for a new job, Leo, maybe you're going to get word, with this full moon, a little bit beyond it, that you have a new job, or maybe somebody comes and talks to you about a job. But I will say a lot of it is kind of like, where can you streamline? And yeah, you want to streamline it and yeah, just create, like the optimal. work environment where you're efficient and, there's a plan in place. That might be something that you want to be thinking about. Oh, man. Hold on one second. It's always easier when I have the names there for me to create the chapters, but oh well. Better late than never that I remember. So, yeah, Leo, it's like, what is the plan that needs to happen to make the workplace situation better? And, maybe some of the things is you don't have all the tasks listed out and you need to get those listed out. Or maybe you have them all listed out, but you haven't completed them. And this full moon will highlight, hey, this is what needs to happen around that. Now, the sixth house is also about your health, your well being. So it could be highlighting that topic for you and, just being more structured, being more disciplined with that. It could be you have accomplished and achieved something regarding your health and well-being also. The sixth house also has to do with pets and charitable giving, and those topics may be highlighted for you at this full moon also. Okay, next is Virgo. So for Virgo, it's the fifth house. And okay. So, Virgo, this is one of the lucky houses. It's a house that has a lot of good fortune and yeah, it's luck. It's a lot of luck with this house. So I'm hoping that, the Virgos tell us they got lucky in some kind of way. That would be so exciting. It will create a focus on children and creativity and having fun and pleasure. It's a house where it's kind of like Virgos could really be standing out right now, because this is the house where it's like you're center stage. And Virgo's a little bit introverted and don't really like that, but this moon could be putting you center stage in some kind of way, Virgo. So you wanna embrace it because, there's something there. Virgos are very, they like success, and this is gonna help you with your success. I also think the other thing for Virgo, like for you, your gift is Capricorn because Capricorn is on your fifth house. Capricorns, I mean, Virgos have the gift of organization, being very detail oriented, seeing like creating. I see Virgo as very engineering like. It's like we're going to engineer this, this process to make this happen. And, maybe in some kind of way that's going to be really highlighted. Maybe people are going to just be like, I need this Virgo quality in you to help me in my life. That's how I am. I love Virgos. I love Capricorns as a Pisces. Um, so you don't have like, well, and this is just pure Virgo energy because Virgos, I know all kinds of Virgos with all kinds of creative energy, but it's not like what makes your heart sing. Do it. I dare you. And it might be organizing things, cleaning things up, and making sure it's just all neat, decent, and in order. Because let me tell you, when Virgo ain't on the scene, it's like when mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. It's like, oh my gosh, where are the Virgos, right? You could feel extra sexual also, Virgo, um, with this full moon, because the fifth house does have to do with sex. It has to do with romance. So maybe some of the Virgos are like, hey, I need more romance. I want to date. It could be bringing that topic up. I can't remember if I said something about children. So definitely bringing up topics around you and your children. They could be highlighted, Virgo. So probably something around balance. Probably like, I want to have fun. I need to have a little bit more fun. I've just been too much like too serious of a mode, just parenting mode, parent mode, right? So yeah, enjoy, have a good time. And yeah, let me know what good luck comes your way, Virgo. Okay, next is Libra. Libra. So, Libra, how it's in, oh, I talked about how for you, Libra, it's important for you to, or in this moon, for us to kind of look at our ancestors and something about family and relationships. These are all topics that are going to be coming to the forefront for you. You also, Libra, may feel very emotional and nostalgic during this moon. So don't panic. Because I know Libra is another sign that's not super emotional. So when y'all feel emotion, it feels unsafe, but just know it's only going to last for a short time. But yeah, maybe this is a time for you to really focus on home, moving, or sprucing up where you live. You could use this moon to, yeah, just maybe you're going to be planning the family reunion and maybe working with the ancestors. That would be some good ritual work for you. And there's something around um, emotions. I can imagine Libras have stuck emotions. And so maybe there's some healing that needs to go into that around emotions. So, yeah, just hang in there. Okay, next is Scorpio. So, Scorpio, this is happening in your third house. Now, I call the house that be doing the most. So, I don't know what this is going to mean for you. You gotta figure out which one it means. So, it definitely could have something to do with the mind. We talked about the mind, learning, mindset, beliefs, limiting beliefs. These are all topics that could be coming up. And it's like, what do you need to be? What do you need to believe? What needs to be happening with your mindset in order for you to have success, right? It could have something to do with relationships with siblings, cousins, friends, coworkers, neighbors, as well as just your local community. You could be bringing up topics. It's kind of like some of the Scorpios may say, hey, I want to go do something more in my local community. It's what's been happening for me. Um, it has to do with business and networking, social media. To a certain degree, it's like marketing, getting the word out about something. All kinds of communications could be highlighted. Maybe you want to write a book or something happens with some type of communication and it leads you to success, or you're kind of like, hey, I need to figure out what it is that I need to say or write that would lead me down the path of success. So let's see here. Oh, short trips. Yes. This is a house that has to do with, yeah, definitely taking short trips. So some of y'all might be taking a short trip or you might start planning, like, I want to take more short trips. And a lot of it could be business. You may find that you're doing more business travel after this full moon. And it's about learning and skills. And so this full moon might be like, hey, you want to be successful, Scorpio? You need to use your skills, or you need to go learn this skill to be more successful. You need to teach this skill. You need to take this short workshop. And maybe you want to lead a workshop of some sort. So that's something for Scorpio to think about. So with the second house, that's for, did not do the Scorpio one. Okay, Sagittarius. Yeah, Sagittarius. This is happening in your second house. So this is one of the money houses, and it's kind of like, are there topics around being more prudent and better with your resources? You might already kind of be that way, but actually Sagittarius is kind of like a go big or go home kind of energy. But at the end of the day, Capricorn on the second house can make you very minded. So maybe you are like, hey, I saved up some money because that would be something that Capricorn would love to do, save up money. Maybe you realize, hey, I haven't saved up enough. I need to save up more money. And it could have you, yeah, looking at personal finances. It can have you looking at your material possessions, like, um, maybe there's something you wanted to buy and it's like, oh my gosh, I saved up all the money. I have it now. I get to get this thing. Or it could be, I have too much stuff and I need to get rid of it. Um, this is a house that has to do with self-worth and value. So that those topics could be coming up. You want more success? Step into your worth and your value, right? Let's see here. Yeah, it also has to do with like collecting things and history also. So it could be something around those two topics that are coming up for the Sagittarius. Okay, let me do this now. So for Capricorn, this is happening for you in the first house. And yeah, wow. You are the sign of the evening. Hello, Capricorn. So, this is a pivotal moon for you. This is your full moon. And so, what are you going to celebrate? I really want to just encourage you to celebrate because Capricorns are kind of like, I just did what I was supposed to do. I don't need all that. But I really want to encourage you to celebrate yourself and look at your life. Where are you? Do a life review. This is a good time for a life review. Do a life review and look at where you are, where you want to go. Where have you been successful? Where are you calling success into your life? You may want to be looking at your health, your well being, your appearance, because that's what the first house is about also. But there's something new happening for you, Capricorn. And so I just encourage you to open yourself up to the new direction that your life is taking you in. Yeah, big changes on the horizon for Capricorn. Next is Aquarius. So this is happening in the 12th house. And Aquarius, I mean, it just is what it is. You could feel emotional. You could just feel like, I just want to escape. I don't want to be around anybody. I don't want to be around anything. I just want to be by myself. I want to get away. It's the house of getting away. Um, but you're one of the signs, Aquarius, who might really benefit from doing some subconscious work, meditation, using this full moon to help you to see what's blocking you. What are those blocks in that 12th house? And it's a house of healing. And it could be now you could be seeing the ancestors. I'm just being 100. You could definitely see that. Now, this 12th house is about releasing and liberation. So maybe this full moon is like, hey, you need to get liberated from fill in the blank, Aquarius. Maybe you find you are liberated from it with this full moon. It's a very creative house. So definitely, you in your rituals, be creative, do some creative work. Um, but meditation and being quiet and connecting with the unseen world. Oh, another thing, Aquarius might just be like, I need sleep, babe. I need some sleep. For you and Leo, it might be a moon where y'all are like, work life balance is just totally wrecked. I need to get more work life balance. So that could be coming up also. But yeah, just take that time to get away, retreat, Aquarius, be quiet and just be with you in the spirits, be with you in your inner world. Last little bit is for some of the Aquariuses, it could be like, hey, I'm spending too much money. And so that might get highlighted. This overspending is associated with the 12th house, which of course the 12th house is connected to Pisces. I'm trying to tell you, I love Pisces. I'm a Pisces, but we need structure. Okay, last but certainly not least are the Pisces. Speaking of them, Pisces. So this is another house that has to do with good luck, good fortune. So I'm hoping that I hear from the Pisces that you've had a string of good luck come your way. It has to do with goals. So definitely this is something that Pisces could be looking at like, yeah, I'm on track with my goals, or I need to retool my goals, maybe even get some new goals, get a reality check around your goals. Like maybe you haven't even been paying attention and you're like, oh my gosh, now that I'm reviewing them, I'm off course. I need to be on course. It has to do with community. So maybe some of the Pisces are like, I want to host a conference. I want to go to a conference. It's definitely something about being a part of a collective of like-minded people. But, sometimes it could be a reality check like, why am I hanging out with these people? I don't want to be here with these people. And I want to go find a different group to be with. It's a house that has to do with technology and broadcasting a message. So those could be topics that are coming up for you also, Pisces. So we're going to go into the oracle reading. And for that, I will come back on camera. Mm, Here I come. I promise I'm coming. I have to find a little. Um, I think I'll do this one. Okay. So the first, I guess I'll just, yeah. The first oracle that is speaking to this full moon for us is my mythical goddess tarot deck. And I pulled conflict. That's the first card. I had to pull the second one. I was like, ooh, that's crazy. It's got a Saturn. Saturn is associated, Saturn and Leo. So yeah, I was like, oh wow. Y'all know I like positive readings. I'm a diviner and just look, I don't like all the heavy doses of reality all the time. So what does this card mean? It says it's talking about these 5 dragons that are uh that spit fire at each other in an aggressive struggle of ego. Their lack of inner harmony and unaddressed internal strife spews outward into their world as anger and conflict. And the strife and blame these dragons are entangled in are reflecting the addiction to conflict and high drama that is up for you, creating confusion and chaos in your life. So you just want to tame these fire breathing dragons by rooting them out in yourself, freeing your inner being to experience the peace that you and those in your life deserve. So, rooting out the strife and the blame to bring in more peace. Yeah. So the second card I thought was interesting that I pulled from this deck. It is the mother card. She has to do with regeneration. So I think that's really interesting. Where are you, mother? Mother. Okay. So this card is the mother of fire is the Kundalini goddess of power. She is the embodiment of regeneration by fire. So make sure you have your candles lit. She brings the rising Kundalini force that lights up the cells and transmutes the DNA into purified wholeness. Her flame of renewal brings healing and new form on earth. And that is something that is in this moon. I don't want to get too technical, but it's just trust me that that energy is in this moon. She comes to you at this time of your life when regeneration is needed on your sacred path to wholeness. You know, we're at the middle part of the year, so maybe some of us need a little regeneration. Um, Open to her restorative fire of primal creation and witness the renewal of your entire being. So there's something about regeneration and renewal that we all need to tap into for ourselves at this full moon. She will regenerate your vitality and revive your will, returning you to completeness and power. Interesting, because Capricorn is connected to completion and power. So, again, it's like that healing that we need to do that is a part of how we will manifest with this moon really well. I'm going to pull this one next because it's kind of rough. Um, This is for my African Goddess Rising deck. Right here, Gang Sarah. Interestingly, but though when I saw her, I was like, well, resistance is what she stands for. And that could be a little bit Capricornish. She's out of Tobago. Okay, it says this is her guidance. You are scared that you're going to mess it all up. You may have stumbled, but this is a new day. Learn to show up for yourself. And it says here, you ghost your own dreams and resist your own magic. Stop holding back, worrying and pretending to seek perfection that will never come. When it comes to you stepping into your greatness, resistance keeps you stuck. So, that's one of the questions we ask. Where are you stuck? Is it your resistance? Resistance, resistance blocks growth, creativity, and evolution. What are you resisting? Resistance may look like procrastination, laziness, disorganization, excuses, or lack of motivation, but there are deeper forces at play. You are resisting the force that you really are. You're resisting your own power and your own greatness. And that is why we do work on the subconscious mind. Because if we are resisting our own gifts and our talents, our own greatness and success, something a long time ago told us, oh, that ain't safe. And it's in the subconscious mind. That's how we get around our blocks and our resistances. Okay. Last card. I love this card so much. I was so happy when I pulled it. Glimmering. This is from my Moon Magic deck. Glimmering. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Where are you? My book is falling apart already. They don't make stuff like they used to. I have only had this deck for maybe a year. Okay. Glimmering. Oh, wow. I mean, isn't this a beautiful card just looking at it, given that this is a full moon? One of the most sparkling cards. Okay, the keywords, let me give you those first. Unique, gifts, and loving. One of the most sparkling cards in the whole deck. The glimmering is all the magic of the northern lights manifesting in your life. It is a card of hope, anticipation, and joyfulness. It might indicate that auditions, interviews, presentations, promotions, and graduations are on the cards. It represents an opportunity for you to show what you are made of and to demonstrate what you can do. That is Capricorn, baby. We not just sitting back talking, we doing, right? You have a unique set of talents, skills, and abilities that you can draw upon to spread more light into the world. We can all do little things to make the world a kinder, happier place. We each can play a part in fighting poverty, want, ignorance, bigotry, animal neglect, and so on. When the glimmering card shows up in a reading, it is suggesting that you find ways to share your own unique light with the world. It's like, what are you known for? And Capricorn, when you think about it, when you look at the astrology wheel, it's at the top of the chart. It's about standing out, baby. It's about being at the top of your game, right? Let's see here. Okay. What can you do today that would ease the burden of another? What kindness can you offer to society or to the animal kingdom? How can you lessen the impact of poverty in your local area? Could you donate food to a food bank or an animal charity? Could you donate or raise money for a charity that is close to your heart? Could you set up a free library for your neighbors to enjoy or form a book club, knitting circle to bring people together? maybe you like baking and you want to donate baked goods to a soup kitchen, sell them to fundraise for a community project. Whatever you have the talents and ability to do it soon and share the loving light of your kindness out into the world around you. It's just like I talked about. When a Capricorn makes it up in their mind that they're going to help somebody, it is like the best kind of help you can get. Okay, this card also represents an opportunity for you to take center stage and to be the center of attention in a positive way. It is a card which offers a glimmer of hope to all it touches. So be prepared because this is your time to shine and the world will benefit from your light. Oh my gosh. Oh, just really touched me. That really touched me. Okay, so let's see here. Success, balance, healing. I think these are important. I largely have talked about all of this with you all. And this video is pretty long. So I think I'm going to go on ahead and just take us into what is it that we can do regarding the full moon rituals. Okay, let me. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, let's talk about these full moon rituals because a lot of times people will ask me, hey, what do you recommend? I am very much into simplicity, to be honest with you. I keep everything super simple. You can get as complex or not as you want. But I always believe in lighting candles. I believe in using colors. Actually, crystals are a thing with Capricorn. So maybe you want to incorporate crystals. You know, all crystals have different meanings. So whatever crystal really resonates with you. The colors for Capricorn are um, corporate type colors. They're very conservative colors. So black, navy, white. And, you know, it's the full moon. So you can dance, you can move, you can exercise, you could just get yourself going, journal on what you're grateful for, meditate, and be open to receive energy from the moon, especially Capricorn type of energy. So these are scents, essential oils, and scents that you can use. Always, always frankincense and myrrh for me with Capricorn. Always. Frankincense for cleansing. Myrrh actually is for cleansing too. I misspelled myrrh, excuse me, but also protection and healing. Cardamom is a beautiful, beautiful oil. It's very versatile, but I chose it for the intuition, the meditation, because we really need that with Capricorn. You know, Capricorn just wants to work, 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 work. So we need that intuition. We need to take that time to meditate and it helps with focus and concentration. And I also chose ginger for stress release because Capricorn just is like work, 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 get it right, pressure, pressure, pressure. And, you know, we always have to think about the goddess. Now, I think this goddess that we pulled, uh, Gang Gang Sarah, wow, I think she's in this group right here. Oya, crone, the crone, the old version of the goddess, the crone goddess, Oya, Kalima. These are all versions of that. Pele, Sekhmet, any goddess that you want to work with. Then we have this mother goddess, you know, regeneration, Kundalini. So, you know, you have some choices. You know, for me, when I work with the goddesses, I talk to them. I might get quiet and just say, "Hey, Oya, with grace and ease, send me a message around, you know, what I need to do." This is very fierce goddess energy, so it's kind of like um, maybe I need to be more fierce. Maybe I need to really imbue and embody Gang Gang Sarah. And it's like, okay, let me use this moon to really amplify that energy because the goddess is within you. It's not out there. Goddess is within you. So yeah. You can work with the goddess. You know, you could say things like, there's something that you're working on that you want to have success at it. And so you can call in the goddess to support you in that. Okay, so yes, once again, join us for a reading. Join us. Join me for a reading. Um, $199, and this is going to cover through the end of the year. And yeah, I would love to do that for you. Details are in the description box. I'm wishing you a happy full moon in Cancer. Thank you so much for being here with me. And for the sisters who have been commenting, please keep commenting. I love the comments and I will respond. Love you all so much. And may the blessings of the goddess be upon you and your family now and always. May the ancestors surround and protect you always in your comings and your goings. Love you all so much. Connect with you all again soon.